Welcome, 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 welcome. This is the first episode of the O.M.M podcast. My name is Kilo, and I'll be your host. O.M.M stands for On My Mama. On My Mama. And this is going to be, and I guarantee it,
the most realist and authentic podcast you've ever heard in your entire life.
if you've never heard one. Topics will include the taboo, such as should you tip DoorDash and Uber Eats drivers, all the way to the political, like gun control, vaccines, abortions, spiritual, like is God real, and should you tithe, and even adult topics, such as public sex, IUDs versus vasectomies, or even should you swallow. So to give you some backstory on what O.M.M is, when I was young Kilo, we used to reinforce statements, opinions, truths by saying, on my mama. So for an example,
on my mama, you're not going to keep disrespecting me. Because if you do, I'm going to sock you in your face.
Man, on my mama, school doesn't teach you. They just want you to be robots.
or even,
On my mama, mint chocolate ice cream is the best flavor ever.
so my job as a host is to dissect the passion of these O.M.M statements and either debunk or support them through scientific evidence. I know what you're thinking behind that camera. You're thinking,
What the fuck does that mean, and why should I care?
give me about 5 minutes and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This first episode touches on something extremely, extremely sensitive, but I believe it puts it in a light that you've probably never heard. So you ready? On my mama, ejaculation cures cancer. Coming cures cancer. Sex, orgasms cure cancer. I could see you ready to stop the podcast and go to Joe Rogan or something like that. But like I said, 5 minutes, that's all I ask. So Dr. Ann Calvasari, who's the chair of urology care, says this, and I quote, "One study followed 32,000 men for 18 years. It found men who ejaculated the most, at least 21 times in a month, had a 20% lower chance of prostate cancer versus those who only ejaculated 4 to 7 times a month." Let me say that louder for the people in the back. It found men who ejaculated at least 21 times a month had a 20% lower chance of prostate cancer. So I know you're sitting back there and saying, how? Why? How does that happen? Because they're saying that ejaculation may protect the prostate by flushing out harmful chemicals that build up in the semen. So let me preface this by saying that they're also saying that it may be that men who do it more tend to have other healthy habits that are lowering their odds. So it's not 100% proven that it's actually doing it. So WebMD also published an article that states that scientists don't know if ejaculation during sex versus masturbation has the same benefits. Some research has found that the makeup of semen is different for each. For example, semen during sex has higher levels of sperm and some chemicals. So it's possible that these could make a difference in a man's odds of having prostate cancer. So let's go back to the original question. Drum roll, please. Does ejaculation cure cancer? Hell no. Hell to the fuck no. But, and this is a big but, it sounds like it may have a slight hand in the prevention of prostate cancer. Although it seems that further research is required to conclusively solidify that statement as fact, I will say that that's great news. That might lead to a happy ending. Well, that concludes the first episode of O.M.M, and I appreciate you guys staying to the end. Once again, I'm Kilo, and remember, whether it's a wet dream, your hand, or a consensual vagina, put it to good use. O.M.M, I'm out. Peace.